guys, it's Miss Clark. I'm coming to you for your Thursday lesson. So for Thursday, September 24th, 2020. Today we are doing Module 14 and we're doing Lesson 4. And our I can statement is I can use bar models and equations to represent and solve two-digit subtraction word problems. Okay, so let's keep going. So for fluency or for our number talk, it looks like we're doing some doubles today. All right, so first one I want you to solve is 14 plus 14. Okay, if you got 28, you are correct. Make sure that you can use any strategy that you need, and you can talk about it with someone at your home. All right, next one, 13 plus 13. Okay, if you got 26, you are correct. Good job. All right, next one, 14 plus 13. Okay, if you got 27, you are correct. Good job. And then last one, 14 plus 15. Okay, if you got 29, you are correct. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing all those. All right, next one. We're going to look at a word problem. You can use any strategy that you would like. So let's look at this one. So yours probably has numbers in it, but I'm going to do an example one, and then you can solve that one on your own. So here's my example. So the basket had blank books. You put away some books, and there are now blank books in the basket. How many books did you put away? Okay, so let's see. Let's do 14. Okay, so the basket had 14 books. You put away some books, and there are now 7 books in the basket. So how many books did you put away? So what I would do is I would draw a picture to help me, or you can use a number line. So I'm going to actually use a number line this time. I'm going to draw a teeny tiny one. Okay, so we know our biggest number is 14. So we need to count up from our small number, which is 7, to 14. So we're going to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, that's how my number line looks, but it's okay. It's fine. Now we're going to jump. We're going to do hops. Okay, I like to call them frog hops, but you can call them whatever you want. You can call them bunny hops or whatever. So I'm going to start from the 7 and draw one hop to get to the 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many hops did I take to get from 7 to 14? 7, right? So if you already knew your doubles facts, you would have known that 7 plus 7 is 14. So we're going to write our equation. 14 minus 7 equals 7. Now you have your word problem without blanks. And so now you're going to solve your word problem at home without these numbers, but have the numbers that you used. Okay? All right. Next step. So now you're going to get out your math workbook. Okay? So we're going to talk about our vocabulary, which is an addition equation and then a subtraction equation. So our topic today, remember, is we're going to use drawings and equations to represent two-digit subtraction. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to turn to page 349. Okay. So your page should look like this because we're on lesson 4. So we're on page 349. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. All right. So it says use drawings and equations to represent two-digit subtraction. So it says I can use bar models and equations to represent and solve two-digit subtraction word problems. So how would you show this problem? Okay, so our problem says Shima has some chapter books. She checks out 12 picture books from the library. Now she has 31 total books. How many chapter books does Shima have? Represent this problem with a concrete model and a visual model and write an equation to match. Solve the problem. Okay, so it says a concrete model and a visual model. Interesting. All right, so she had some chapter books. Okay, so we're going to use our bar model. Okay, so she has some chapter books. Okay, then it says she checks out 12 picture books from the library. Okay, so our next number is 12. This is the sum, right? We don't know. And then we have 12. She checks out 12. Now she has a total of 31. So now we have to figure out what this missing number is. Remember, we have to either add or we probably have to subtract because we don't have any way of finding this out without using subtraction. Okay, so down here, remember you can pause the video at any time. So down here on this line, I'm going to write my unknown plus 12 equals 31, or 31 minus 12 equals something. Okay, so now we're going to have to subtract. So instead of drawing out pictures, I am going to use a number line. Okay, so move that up here. Okay, so our ending number is 31. We're trying to get to that number. And then we have our starting number of 12. Okay, so I'm going to set up my number line. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, it got a little smaller as it went on, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to count how many hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so we should have had 19 books at first. However, let's add them up and see if 19 is our correct answer, because subtraction and addition are related. Okay, so you would have to do 12 plus 19. All right, what's 10 plus 10? 10 plus 10 is 20. Now, 2 plus 9, we're adding 10s and 1s. So 2 plus 9 is what? 9, 10, 11 is 11. 20 plus 11 is 31. So our correct answer is 19 chapter books. All right, you can write this down if you want to, or you can use your own materials to solve. Okay? All right, so I'm going to erase this. Okay, and let's move on to our next page. Okay, so right now we're on Build Understanding, which is the next one, and that one is number 350. Okay, so make sure you're keeping up. If you're not able to keep up, you can always pause the video. Okay, so here we go. Maya has 36 buttons. Okay, so I'm going to underline that. Fred has 20 fewer buttons than Maya. How many buttons does Fred have? A, complete the bar model to represent the problem. Use a square for the unknown number. Okay, first of all, we already have our total. Maya has 36, and they've already written it right here. So now it says Fred has 20 fewer buttons. What does fewer usually mean? Usually means subtraction. Okay, so you're going to put 20 in here. So now you are missing a number. Okay, That's your missing number. Yeah, I tried to make it look like the gray box. It didn't work. All right, so now go down here. Now it says model the problem with a subtraction equation. Use a blank for the unknown number. Okay, so we always take the bigger number, or at least right now we do, and subtract it from the smaller number. Okay, equals box. So how can you subtract to find the answer? This is a tricky one. So you can use a number line. Okay. You can use decomposing. Okay. We're trying to step away from counters because now that we're in second grade, we should be moving towards using more visual representation, which is like using more numbers instead of using concrete stuff like counters and things you can touch in your hand. Okay, so I have number line and decomposing. All right, let's keep going. So now we're going to rewrite the equation and solve the problem. Okay, I don't know how we would rewrite it because we already wrote it correctly the first time. But anyway, we're going to do 36 minus 20. Okay, so I'm going to use decomposing to break this apart. So I'm going to break apart 30 and 6, like this. So what is 30 minus 20? Okay, should be 10. All right, now here comes the tricky part. You've already done the 30. What about the 6? So what's 10? Okay. 10 plus 6. Because we had the 6 left over, so we have to add it to whatever we just subtracted. So 10 plus 6 should be 16. Okay. So if you want to double check, you can use your concrete model to help you out. Now, it says turn and talk. How can you model this word problem with an addition equation? Ooh, that's easy. All you have to do is do 20 plus something equals 36. Ta-da! Okay. So you can pause this video, and then I'm going to erase. All right, let's move on to the next section. All right, while cleaning up, Ben puts away 31 blocks. Ben puts away 11 fewer blocks than Ronnie. How many blocks does Ronnie put away? So complete the bar model to represent the problem. Use a square for the unknown number. Okay, so looking at this, they haven't filled in any of it. So now it's your turn. So Ben puts away 31 blocks. Okay, so 31 would go right here because it's our total. Then it says Ben puts away 11 fewer blocks than Ronnie. How many blocks does Ronnie put away? So now we need to find out Ronnie's. Okay, so go ahead and write that in your box. And it says write a subtraction equation to model the problem. Okay, well that seems simple enough. We know our total is 31, and we know that we're taking away 11. Okay. Now it says rewrite your subtraction equation and solve the problem. That's what it said the last time. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Well, maybe they mean break it apart. So 30 minus 10 equals what? So I'm breaking apart the 11 into 10 plus 1, and then 31 into 30 plus 1. So now we're subtracting the 10. So 30 minus 10 is 20. And then, what's 1 minus 1? 0, right? So your answer is 20. Okay, so let me move up. How many blocks does Ronnie put away? 20. So if Ben put away 11 more blocks more than Ronnie, but the same total of blocks, how would this change your bar model? Explain. Okay, so you guys can think about that with someone at home that you're working with. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so now we're at the step it out part. So it says Corey, oh, by the way, this is page 352. That other page was 351. Okay, so Corey opens a box of 37 crayons. Okay, 15 crayons fall to the ground. Oh, we've had that happen before in real life. How many crayons are still in the box? Complete the bar model with a square for the unknown number. Okay. Just for me, I like using question marks, but in this book, they like to use boxes. But anyway, all right, then it says model the problem with a subtraction equation. Okay, so let's look at our numbers again. So we have 37 as our total. Okay, so we have 37. So 15 of them fall on the floor, right? Yeah, 15 fall on the floor. So you're going to put 15 and then something as your unknown. So now we're going to subtract to find the unknown number in this problem. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to break it apart. I'm going to do 30 plus 7 is 37, and I have 10 and 5 plus 5, which is 15. Okay, so now I've broken them apart into tens and ones. I have decomposed them. Okay, so you can use counters for this if you'd like. You can use any other strategy that you like, but I'm going to use decomposing because you end up using it a lot in 3rd grade. And also, it's a great mental strategy once you get the hang of it. Okay, so now let's start with our tens. So 30 minus 10 is what? Okay, should have said 20. Okay, now we haven't done the ones yet. What's 7 minus 5? Okay, you should have gotten 2. So 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay, yeah, that's a beautiful 2, but that's okay. All right, so go ahead and write that down. Like I said, you can solve it any way you want. You can even use a number line if you'd like. Okay, so if you want to use the number line instead, you start at 15 and go up to 37. And you count up 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay, so it took me a little bit to squish them all in, but that's okay. So now you're going to do frog hops or bunny hops or whatever to see how many it takes. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Aha, we were correct. So our answer is still 22. Okay, now I'm going to erase and keep going. So now you're going to check understanding. You're going to complete this one on your own. So it says, complete the bar model. Write a subtraction equation with a square for the unknown number. Write and solve your equation. So Tom has 27 flowers. 13 flowers are white and the rest are yellow. How many flowers are yellow? Okay, go ahead and solve because I'm getting ready to read the next page to you. Okay, here we go. So now you're on your own part. Okay, so complete the bar model. Write a subtraction equation with a square for the unknown number. Write and solve your equation. At the park, Rico counts 22 ladybugs. He counts 32 fewer ladybugs than ants. So how many ants does Rico count? That's a tricky one. Okay. Number 3, some people are at the library. Then 37 more people go to the library. Now there are 62 people at the library. How many people were at the library to start? Remember, use your strategies. You can decompose, you can use a number line, you can even use counters. But since these are such large numbers, I wouldn't recommend using counters because we probably wouldn't have enough. Okay? All right, next one. Number 4, model with mathematics. Complete the bar model. Write subtraction equations to represent and solve. So it says 51 and 27, and then there's a number missing. Okay. All right. Next page. There are 2 pages for this one. We're going to continue over here. So it says complete the bar model, write a subtraction equation with a square for the unknown number, and then write and solve your equation. So there are 67 pencils in a box. 50 pencils are sharpened. The rest of the pencils are not sharpened. How many pencils are not sharpened? Okay, let's keep going. Remember, you can pause after each one. Reba counts 25 daisies. Van counts 12 daisies. How many more daisies does Reba count than Van? Okay, don't forget to fill in your bar model. And then the last question. If I struggled with a problem, how did I look at it in a different way? So you're just reflecting on your math. So, sneak peek. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the Module 14 review. Okay, so we'll be doing this together, some of it, and then you'll be doing some of it on your own. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.